The air inside the lava tube is cold and still. It smells of damp earth, something metallic and old. Your torch beam cuts a small circle in the total darkness. The silence is heavy here. It presses on your ears. You can hear your own breathing, loud and ragged. You can hear the thump of your own heart. Then you hear something else. A whisper, just at the edge of hearing. It sounds like a voice, but the words are not clear. It seems to come from the rock itself, from deep shadows your light cannot reach. This is Rangitoto. You are not alone in its dark heart. Rangitoto is a familiar sight to Auckland. It sits in the Hauraki Gulf, a perfect volcanic cone against the blue sky. Few know what lies beneath. A network of narrow tunnels twists through the island's core. These are lava tubes, formed when the volcano was born. Passages into another world, permanent night. About 600 years ago, this place was a storm of fire and ash. The earth shook violently. Liquid rock poured out and spread across the growing island, then drained away, leaving hollow tunnels behind. The shadow tubes, the veins of the new mountain. Long before scientists studied its rocks, Māori knew this island was a special place. They understood its power. The island is considered tapu, a sacred place with spiritual restrictions. This tapu is a sign of respect for the land and the powerful forces that created it. It is a warning to treat the place with care. Oral traditions, passed down through generations, speak of the island's origins. They connect the eruption to a great battle between rival tribes of Patupaiarehe, supernatural beings of the forest and mountains. The volcano god Ruaumoko, angered by the conflict, unleashed his fiery power, creating the island as a consequence. Pale-skinned beings, fair hair, hidden communities deep in the mountains and forests. They are often shy of humans and are said to be active at night or on misty days. Their music, played on ethereal flutes, is sometimes heard drifting from the hilltops. While they can be gentle, they are also known to be hostile to those who disrespect their homes or intrude without permission. Legends place them in the Waitakere Ranges, across the water from Rangitoto and other mountainous areas. Another figure from Māori legend is the Maero, covered in dark hair, possessing long, sharp claws. The idea of a primal guardian living in the dark, rugged interior of the island echoes in the feelings of unease that many visitors report. These stories are cultural frameworks for understanding this landscape. The tapu of the island is a practical and spiritual guideline. It tells us that this is a place of power, a place that demands respect. The old stories have found new life in recent years. In 2025, our institute began receiving a fresh wave of reports from hikers from urban explorers. These were not people looking for ghosts. They were ordinary Kiwis out for a day trip. One family picnicking near the summit reported hearing faint, conversational whispers. The sounds seemed to come from all around them, yet they were completely alone. They described the language as soft and flowing but unrecognizable. They felt an overwhelming urge to leave, a feeling they could not explain. Another compelling report came from a pair of geology students who ventured near one of the lava tube entrances. They carried a handheld thermal imaging camera for a university project. As one student pointed the camera towards the dark mouth of the cave, he was startled by what he saw. On the screen, a clear, human-shaped heat signature was visible, standing just inside the entrance. It was there for a moment. Then it faded as if the heat source simply vanished. They checked their equipment, but it was working perfectly. They were shaken by the experience, as there was no one else around and no logical source for such a distinct thermal reading. Our investigations have shown that technology often behaves strangely on Rangitoto. This is especially true deep inside the lava tubes. We have received numerous accounts of equipment failure from reliable sources. Experienced cavers have reported their high-powered LED torches dimming or flickering out completely, only to work perfectly again once outside. GPS units are expected to fail underground, but compasses spin erratically. Digital cameras freeze. Batteries drain in minutes. These technological anomalies are not just anecdotes. During a preliminary survey in late 2025, our own team experienced these issues firsthand. Our professional-grade laser measuring device failed to power on 3 separate times despite having a new battery. Our communication equipment was filled with static and a strange, rhythmic pulse, making contact with our surface team impossible. It felt as if we were in an area of intense electromagnetic interference. Recent scientific studies have added another layer to this technological puzzle. Researchers discovered that a hydrothermal system is still active beneath Rangitoto. 600 years on, magma deep below is still hot. This heat is warming groundwater, creating circulation through the rock. They detected it using voltage measurements, essentially finding a giant natural battery under the island. Furthermore, elevated carbon dioxide is escaping at the summit and along the eastern side. It could come from the hydrothermal system or leak up along deeper fault lines. This invisible gas could explain some physical symptoms: headaches, dizziness, confusion. It seems the island itself is breathing. One of the most intriguing theories we are exploring involves the island's unique geology. The basalt rock of Rangitoto is extremely rich in iron. This composition gives it magnetic properties. Stone tape theory suggests certain rocks can act like a magnetic recording tape. Under specific conditions, intense events, sounds and images might imprint in stone. We have placed ultra-low frequency sensors in and around the lava tubes. These devices detect sound below human hearing. We have recorded a persistent low-frequency hum. It pulses in a slow, rhythmic cycle. We are ruling out distant shipping and seismic activity. The hum's localized nature suggests movement of water in the hydrothermal system, or something stranger. The whispers might be residual acoustic energy replaying from the rock. The feeling of being watched, a psychological reaction to the hum. However, stone tape theory does not explain intelligent whispers or the distinct human-shaped thermal image. Access to the main caves has been restricted since 2020 due to aggressive wasps nesting deep in the tunnels. This closure has made formal investigation difficult, but it has not stopped adventurers from finding lesser-known entrances. The wasp infestation is a real danger, and for some it feels as if the island is using natural means to guard its secrets and keep people out of its darkest corners. The physical symptoms reported on Rangitoto are a crucial piece of the puzzle. Consistent nausea, headaches, sudden disorientation are physiological reactions. Skeptics point to infrasound. Sound below 20 Hz can cause these symptoms. Air movement and geological activity could be generating the hum that makes people unwell. Elevated carbon dioxide in poorly ventilated tubes can accumulate and trigger headaches, dizziness, shortness of breath, confusion. Visitors may be unknowingly walking into pockets of invisible gas. Scientific explanations are plausible, yet folklore describes beings whose presence confuses or repels humans. Their music can lead travelers astray. Their proximity can cause dread or sickness. The parallels with modern reports are striking. In Rotorua, sightings near steaming vents, the Sulphur Man, are linked with sulfur smells, dread, and disorientation. Both places are volcanically active and share similar symptoms. Investigating Rangitoto is not like an abandoned building. This is a living place, geologically, culturally. Any work must honor the island's tapu, engage with local iwi, seek permission, listen to guidance, and respect their connection to the island. The lunar cycle matters in tradition and investigation. We plan visits across phases and know when to stay away. Caves are dark and risky. Closures due to wasps are serious. Volcanic gases and unstable ground demand proper monitoring. Our goal is not to conquer. The goal is to listen. We are left with two parallel stories. One is a story of science. A young volcano with a still warm heart. Hydrothermal systems, magnetic rocks, low-frequency sounds, pockets of natural gas. Every whisper and unease explained by physics and geology. The watchers are phantoms of infrasound. The voices, the rock replaying echoes. The other story is older. Gods and spirits, sacred tapu, unseen guardians, Patupayarehe, and primal Mairo. The fair-haired people who live inside the mountain. The island as home of beings who value their privacy. Whispers as voices. Heat signatures as fleeting appearances. Sickness as a warning to intruders. The truth likely lies in the tension between these narratives. Physical evidence does not cancel the legends. It often seems to support them. Warmth beneath provides a plausible mechanism for hidden life. Device failures and symptoms match traditional descriptions. So, we ask, does lingering heat simply warm rock and water, creating quirks? Or does it sustain something more? Does it provide a home for the very guardians the legends speak of? Perhaps the unseen watchers of Rangitoto are not ghosts in the cold, but guardians of the warmth, living beings sustained by the island's secret fire. We do not have the final answer. We can only continue to listen, to measure, and to wonder as we stand on the shore and look out at the silent, watchful mountain.